Hey, good morning, real estate world. John Moss for General Property Management right here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So we just got done with our biggest turnover, actually probably for not just general property management, but for Eau Claire. That's at the end of May, beginning of June. June 1st, the most leases start for the city, I would say. So it's huge for us. You know, big turnover. It's our Super Bowl. It's crazy. So with that, we should be getting back tons of move-in checklists, right? We should have collected them all by now because today is June 29th, and according to Chapter 704.08 of Wisconsin statutes, it says that the landlord or property manager gives to the tenant before they move into the property a move-in checklist, and then the tenant gives it back within 7 days of occupying the property. So we're well beyond 7 days. So many of us give this to the tenants. Move-in checklist, it's compliant, has little bitty boxes on there where we can check off, hey, it's compliant, or hey, the toilet's good. You know, so everybody's happy, everything's done. Well, according to DATCP, 20% of their complaints, DATCP, Department of Agriculture, Trade and Consumer Protection, 20% of the complaints they receive are from tenants who are complaining about the landlords withholding from their security deposit monies they shouldn't have withheld. So the move-in checklist, like this one here, I don't like because it doesn't really do a good job eliminating that gray area of what was pre-existing as broken and what is broken by the tenants that just vacated the property. So I think you should do something that's digital, that has photos and video. If you're mom and pop shop, there's nothing that says you can't make your own system that says, hey, go into the room, turn on the light, take a picture of the light on the ceiling and the ceiling at the same time, go to the window, take a picture of the window, the screen, the blind, etc., and move on through the whole house, or take a video covering all those things and use that for your documentation and have the tenant give that to you. And have them give the paper too. Nothing wrong with the paper, but you need it documented better than just a piece of paper. You don't want to comply. You want to eliminate gray area. You don't want to be part of the DATCP complaint problem because it's a big pain in the neck, and sometimes it ends up really bad for the landlord if there is gray area. Who knows? So eliminate the gray area. Use that move-in checklist to get gray area gone. So if you're not a mom and pop shop, your software probably has inspections built right into it, or you could get something like iProperty Express. You could use Z Inspector. You could use Rent Check at getrentcheck.com. But do something that includes video or both, at least minimum photos. So we're at day 29 of the month. I would say you should still accept those checklists. Get them. They're going to eliminate gray area even today. We're still pursuing them ourselves. It's day 29, June, so it's way after the 7th, but we want those checklists back. You need to pursue those tenants and make them do it. Make them do it, make them do it, make them do it, because it will save a lot of gray area, a lot of headache later. And then read it too, because so many times the tenant's like, oh, I'll write it in here. Hey, can you come tighten this? And then if we don't really pay attention to that, they think, oh, they didn't, whatever. They're just out to get the rent, get the rent, get the rent. They don't care about me, and they already have a chip on their shoulder, and they're really more likely to complain to DATCP about you. So make sure they do it. So we're eliminating gray area. So if you're standing on the railroad tracks and a train is coming at you, and that train is DATCP, you get off the tracks, right? I say use the move-in checklist. The move-in checklist is just not getting on the tracks at all. And then do two things with that move-in checklist. Make the tenants do it and document it in a documented fashion. Send them emails through the software, preferably, saying, hey, you didn't turn in your move-in checklist. We expect you to do that. And do that, like, I'd say a minimum 5 times. Then finally, time 6, say, well, I'm glad everything's perfect with the apartment. That move-in checklist is very important to us. It is a document that we use when determining security deposit withholding when you someday vacate the premises. And we're glad everything's perfect with the apartment, because if anything's wrong, we must assume that you broke it because you're not willing to share with us what is pre-existing and what is not. We have our own list, but we don't want anything to be missed. We just did a quick inspection, and you actually live there. You're there, you know the apartment better than anybody else because you're there all the time. So you have that in your email to them. And then all your other emails say, hey, I called you yesterday about the move-in checklist. Now I'm emailing you because you never responded, you never answered my call. So hopefully you take my email seriously and send in the move-in checklist. That's one thing. Do that. Pressure them to do it. Get them to do it even later. And then if the checklist comes back and there's something broken on the checklist, it's a month later and it's like, hey, that was not broken on day one. Deal with it now. Go and take care of it now and charge the tenant now. Get it taken care of. You know, they'll probably say, yeah, I did break it. And if they didn't say, oh, it wasn't me, ask the roommate. And one of them will contradict the other and the truth will come out. So do two things. Make them do the move-in checklist and then read it and understand it, because there could be just simple little doorknob loose type things on there that you want to take care of anyways. Or it could be something you actually did miss and it's good to have it documented. Anyways, I'm John Moss for General Property Management right here in good old Eau Claire, Wisconsin. You can learn more at our website, generalpropertymanagement.com, or talk to any of our great executive property managers and they'll be happy to help you out. When we all do our own little part, the world is a better place. Thank you very much for watching.